attitude straight away from Ben Shelton. They're looking for his forehand coming in. That's a nervous volley. He volleys a little better than that, and they come on straight away from Popyrin, so it's on.
It's a
fair weapon. 2 aces in a row. 202 out wide. That's nice.
He may not have the speed of his opponent, but
I don't think he'll be far off though.
He won't be far off. No.
Fold.
Interesting to see how Ben Shelton handles the heavy ball, the ball that's hit with speed off the Popyrin racket with his movement.
Fold.
And that's about the blueprint, Josh. If you're Alexei Popyrin, if he has a chance to get around and use his forehand, hit it with some purpose, and park yourself on the net if you can, and challenge your opponent. Where are we?
Thank you.
Gee, what an attitude. How good is it? Swinging.
Yeah, he got a little lucky though. One of them just went off the back of the line. Popyrin almost stopped play.
I mean, the pass was makeable. Should have made him play a volley in that circumstances. But have a look at the fish straight back at his group, and this is on.
Yeah. 2-13, just starting to warm it up.
He's got a good physique. You can see he's only young, so he's going to develop into a really strong physical athlete. So there'll be nerves. There's no doubt about that from Ben Shelton. It's getting through the initial service game. There's Dean Goldpon on the far right of the screen.
Advantage.
It's interesting, Roger. He served a lot to the Popyrin forehand or the body. Maybe a little wary of the backhand just on the return, but in general play the forehand is better for Popyrin. Well, that's the weapon.
Yeah, so simple return on the backhand. A little different on the forehand for Popyrin.
Fold.
Oh, it's a good hold. He saves a break point. Ben Shelton.
First game.
But a good start from both players.
Actually, wasn't that well thought through from Shelton. Hit a couple of balls straight to Popyrin. Asked him some questions about his volleys. Didn't look for the exact pass, but right here he controlled the lob over the backhand side of Alexei Popyrin, and that is intelligent tennis. He's not easy to get over, Josh, is he?
No, he's a big man. He's 6'5".
In the lead-up events here, both in Adelaide, he had some different matches, but it got better and better. When he was explosive with the serve and explosive off the back of the court, that was his best tennis, the Australian.
One.
Well, I definitely think teaming up with Xavier Malisse, a former top 20 player, semi-finalist at Wimbledon, and has been a calming voice, a good influence for Popyrin. So 1 game all. No problems on serve, and
1 game all.
I don't see any obvious signs of fatigue. Should we be worried about fatigue for Alexei Popyrin today?
I don't think so, because I think it's going to be a fast tennis match. I don't think there's going to, there's not going to be a lot of heavy rallies, and then you've got the crowd as well. There's some adrenaline there. They've put petrol in the tank. Second serve at 2:06. It's interesting, there are some of this younger brigade that with big serves and they're tall, they're deciding to really give their second serve a nudge every now and then, aren't they? They're rolling the dice.
I actually don't mind it. I've always thought, well, if you give away, say, 3 extra double faults a set, and that can be 1 extra double fault, say, every 2 games out of it, that if you're technically sound and you can do it, I actually don't mind it if you're up in the game.
That's a big serve. We both had a smile on our face when the shot clock came up, because that just flattened out at 2:23. So it just shows the.
That's huge.
So that's an equal. That's a serve that's equal to Popyrin. Might just have a little bit more.
Game. Shelton.
Excellent service game once again. Shelton holds comfortably, leads 2-1 first set.
Shelton leads 2 games to 1.
Well, that's 2:06. That's up there.
He's got 20 to go.
22 to go, just
22.
to equal. So it's got to be 10% bigger than that.
Out.
30 love.
Fault.
Poor kid. Someone's not enjoying it.
Fault.
30-18.
I think if you're a player and you've got this many people in the house, you just got to get on with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be some noise of some sort. It shouldn't be, should never put you off, Josh. You should be in your own little world out there. Alexei looking over.
So Melise back left there with the black cap on. Coach of Alexei Popyrin.
Oh, that is very, very classy, by the way. Alexei initially thought that he was going to be lining up for a ground stroke. Almost thought about getting around. Take a look at this. This is very well done. Comes in, looks like he's going to chip it. Alexei's looking to maybe I'll run around, and oh, actually no.
Wait, please, wait.
Great disguise, wasn't it?
Yeah, we have someone that fainted in the stands just behind the player, right side of the chair. Yeah. Thank you. You fine, sir?
Well, yeah, just as you can hear the umpire saying, a gentleman unfortunately has fainted, so they're just going to make sure that he is okay. Might need a little bit of assistance. So it looks like everything is fine, and we'll be back underway shortly here.
Play continues, thank you. That's it.
Fault.
Good ball striking, the very first one as well from Alexei when he had the opportunity on his forehand. Drove it firmly and then got a good strike there, nice and deep, and that generated this reply. And from there, he did exactly what should be done with that ball. Nice start by both players, Josh.
Yeah, it's just how, if you're a coach of one of these two players, you'd be happy with the intensity there. Their execution, I think, most importantly, has been perfect. Their timing of the ball.
You
know, Alexei was a good junior, very good junior. He won the French Open Juniors, which is generally a good gauge of who goes on and makes it. Probably the most difficult of the junior slams to win, given the surface, the physicality required. Change of stance there. He's up in the court.
Yeah. Now, and Josh, it's interesting when you look at Shelton, and we talked about. So when you're going back on Alexei, yes, you win the juniors. So it's been a harder transition, hasn't it, for him? So.
There's two different pathways, isn't there?
Yeah.
We're seeing more and more of these, the college pathway from particularly the American players who have spent time at a US college. There's no right or wrong way. And a couple of loose shots here. This gives Popyrin a little bit of a chance at 30-all.
Yeah, he hasn't made that one there, but that volley at 30, love that high forehand volley. He's missed a couples that have sailed well long past the baseline. We're not sure yet whether that's just some nervous energy. You know, when I watch his serve and I look at the variety that he's able to implement, and just look at the rest of his game, and we haven't seen a lot of him on the tour, obviously, but gee, he's got some big upside.
Fold.
Cain. Shelton. Shelton leads 3 games to 2. Love.
So for the Americans, though, Ben Shelton, Dean Goldfine would have had potentially an opportunity to use the info on the Taylor Fritz match. Spoken to their team.
How much information sharing goes on, do you think, between teams and players these days?
I think it's more just the, you know, for your countrymen. You know, there's no one missing by a little bit. Enough.
Out.
30-all.
So the thing with the Popyrin serve is it can be big, but it doesn't have an elite direction, and the variety is not there. Once you can get a read on it, it generally comes to your racket.
Well, first break point
30
for Ben Shelton.
And it's the one he likes because it's the lowest part of the net. Gets there quickly.
Advantage. Shelton.
That is the first break of this match for Ben Shelton, 4-2.
Shelton leads 4 games to 2.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an error there, wasn't it, from Popyrin to try and hit that ball. But right here, when he's coming forward, you've got to give the line away, because it's the highest part of the net. The easiest place to pass is cross court, lowest part of the net, and the biggest surface. So I would have probably given the line away, Josh, a little bit. Alexei was leaning towards the line.
All right, 4-2 Shelton with a break.
Fold. Out.
15-11.
Doesn't hold back much off the back of the court either, does he, Shelton, when he has the opportunity?
No, he's got a big personality. You can clearly see it out here. He's pumped up, he's animated, and you can be like that when you've got such a big game to back it up. So many weapons everywhere you look in his game.
And the serve's a tricky one. So you mentioned the 1-9 record.
Yep, he's won one match against 10.
Yep, one win, 9 losses against the lefties, and maybe A, they can get it to his backhand quite easily. B, he may not like the swing of the serve.
Just like that, it's a different angle that comes at you from, and you know, it's funny, isn't it? You'd think it shouldn't be an issue, but you can grow up and never practice against a left-hander, or you can have a left-hander as a hitting partner or a mate or a doubles partner where you actually face it a lot, so you get good at it. But you know, there's not a ton of lefties on tour. So an impressive start here for Ben Shelton. Consolidates the break and leads 5 games to 2 first set.
And already what's happened is which is again on the plus side for Ben Shelton, a concern for Popyrin, is that he's been able to get, it seems like he's got a read already on Alexei.
And there's so much data available to the players and coaches these days where you can see where patterns of play evolve and where they're serving on big points. And you've got to do your homework as a player and a coach.
Yeah, you do have to. You do have to. There's no doubt about that.
It's how you deliver it.
Some will live and die by data. They think it's only data based, and then you can get too caught up in the numbers. But the issue is off the back of the court here as well. Forget about all that. You know, when you look at someone like Shelton, he looks very sound off the back of the court. He's composed. He doesn't make too many unforced errors. Yes, he's going after the ball. Where Alexei here, there's a bit of a deficiency off the back of the court when they square up.
14-13.
That's the serve that you'd like to see a little bit more of. That was 182, but
with shape.
Bigger than that, has shape and movement.
15 love.
Already, when you also look at the American, his serving spots, they have a lot of variation, don't they?
They really do. It's not just the big one down the tee or wide. He's used the body serve a lot already in this first set. And he's got touch. He's got great feel for a big, strong, athletic man, which
30 love.
is not that usual.
No. Here he also understands that what's good about him is he's got a feel for what's happening in the room. He understands that his opponent's backtracking. Gosh, I'm not sure if we're going to get the speed of that, but that had to be near the
150s, 160s. It was enormous.
A monster.
3 set points. Yep, takes it. So Ben Shelton has silenced the crowds out here on Cain Arena, and he's played the perfect set, and he takes it 6 games to 3.
So can Alexei Popyrin forget the scoreline, forget what happens, just take on his opponent just as an individual moment here? And
if you were coaching him, what would some of your messaging be to Alexei? How does he get back into this one?
The serve's the most important one for him because it has to start with the serve, and so I'd ask him for a little bit more variety on the serve. See if he does like when he's under pressure to go big and flat into the areas. Is he prepared to hit some variety and
13-15.
That's working well, the slider wide, where he's taking a bit of pace off, but the shape that you're looking for, Roger.
He's made a few unforced errors off the ground, hasn't he? That's an area. So just want to keep him in that positive mindset, though, regardless.
Oh. 14-15.
So there's 2 shaped serves, and I'd keep going with that one down the middle as well, because you would like Shelton to be leaning down there for a while, and then it opens up that wide one. It gives you a few options. So that's the area of concern, isn't it? Almost when the ball's back in play and they're in rally mode.
It's like he doesn't want to get into a rally.
Yep.
He's trying to go too big. You've got to earn the right to go big to get that ball.
Yep, too many mistakes early.
It's a good hold in the opening game of this second set. Popyrin on the board.
Good, isn't it? That was an impressive volley. Remember, he's ballooned a couple of ones that are really long up high, but look at the intent here. Stays on the ball, and that's a nice touch from Phil.
Yeah, it looks natural to me up at the net. It's
14.
It's not manufactured. It looks like he's comfortable.
He likes to, this was not easy. He also likes to knife it, doesn't he? He's thinking, I think his dad's had a little bit to do with that.
You'd think so.
Let. First service. Let. First service. Game, Shelton.
He's mixed his serve up well, Roger. He was going big down the tee, big at the body. Now he's sliding it wide, so he really has. He has Popyrin off balance. 3 drop shots already in this match.
Yeah, he's got some good tennis IQ, hasn't he?
Yeah, if you're just joining us, his father, Brian Shelton, was a very good player, top 40 player in the world from America who has coached him.
Oh.
I mean, his rise has been rapid. It's not that this is unusual that a guy can race up the rankings as quick as this and win 3 challenges week after week and all of a sudden be top 100. This is really rare what he's producing.
Out. 40-15.
Just struggling here, Roger. Popyrin getting it out of that hitting zone. He holds on. He's trying to bring the crowd into play here.
Foul.
And Shelton's able to come out and swing with freedom. There's no expectation or stress or really pressure on him at this stage of his career. And it's probably fair to say a lot of the players wouldn't have seen him play a lot. So there's not a lot of locker room talk on, well, this is his strengths or weaknesses. I mean, of course, they know what he's, they know he serves big, hits the ball big.
13.
But as the years go on, cracks do appear, don't they?
Yeah, and they work, and you get worked out, and you watch matches. People will watch matches that he might not win and find out why that might be the case. I'll do the homework.
Foul.
That's a nice ball strike there, right in the slot for Popyrin. And he virtually had no time almost, Shelton. That ball was a rocket.
Fault. Fault.
Going big. That was 2-14, that second serve. Not sure why it was needed when things are going on quite nicely. You're 30-15 up. Why not just bank this point and get myself a couple of game points? That didn't take place, and we're in for a little moment here for the American. Well handled.
40-13.
Found the first serve. And this very comfortable overhead.
Fault.
Excellent footwork from Shelton, dominating with the forehand. He's played a good match so far. Popyrin just cannot quite get on the front foot just yet.
Allow 15.
A little bit of a collision. You wouldn't want to collide with the big man Ben Shelton.
No.
Who's going to come off second best.
He did well to stop that happening.
Fifteen-all.
There's just a few too many unforced serves. That's a normal
15-14.
rally ball, this long. Good effort from Shelton here just to manipulate the ball, get that ball back into the court.
That's a fourth drop shot. He's won every one of them.
Yeah. And he was big off the back of the court, took control of the point, was swinging.
14.
Look how far back he's got his opponent, and then the forward part of the court's the option. And it didn't need to be a perfect drop shot. He was just bringing the Australian internet and making him change his movement pathway. There's trouble in the camp for this man.
Fault.
Oh. 13.
Didn't miss by much. He went out after it.
Oh, did he go after it? Did it need to? Oh, it's easy in hindsight, isn't it? But did he need to go that big? Ball in play, I reckon, would have been his best friend there. But anyway, he was feeling it.
dodged a bullet there. Popyrin, 2-second serves, and he's back to juice.
And the second one, Josh, almost was the polar opposite of the first one, wasn't it? So the first one, Shelton went after it big and strong, and that one there was soft in the middle of the court, so there was no in between. And you're right.
Fault.
Advantage. Shelton.
What you do like about Shelton is what he's been able to exploit is the movement of Popyrin as well. So when he gets a chance to strike that ball, hit it into an area of the court, he's making Alexei Popyrin, the Australian, move aggressively to the sides, and that's finding him out.
You needed that first serve. He's at 82% of first serves in this match, so that was well timed.
Fault.
He's asking for support, and he'll get it.
Advantage. Popyrin.
Fault.
Important hold for Alexei Popyrin. Saves 2 break points, but gets it done. 3-2, second set.
Fault. Out.
15-11.
And this is where, Roger, you're playing against a left-hander. Your best shots, they come back with a different look, a different spin. And I think he's just not quite settled yet. Popyrin from the back.
Fault.
And the rallies are short. I mean, the average rally length is short. He's got no rhythm, Popyrin, so he's got to try and find other ways to get into this match and how he can create his own rhythm. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was a miss out of nowhere.
15-13.
Is this a little moment?
Crowd thinks so.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here's Popyrin's chance. 15-40.
15-14.
We didn't see it coming, did we?
Out of nowhere.
And it's a few unforced errors.
Fault.
but a little bit of
Well, I'll tell you what, though, you can't boo it.
30,
Can you?
40.
No, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. I mean, I know they've done it, but you can't. Don't be happy, but don't.
Please.
Oh, both guys having break points, second serves, and
Yes.
And that one wasn't, I mean, it was 191 as a big serve for sure, but it was right in the hitting zone, and that ball also needed to just go back over, considering the situation, the circumstances, and the fact that there were a couple of unforced errors from the American. That was a pivotal moment for the Australian.
and again, here we go.
Advantage. Popyrin. Yes.
226 kilometres an hour. That's the second biggest serve of the tournament by anybody. He already has the biggest at 228.
That was strange, because it was almost like Alexei was coming in and then thought, oh,
Is
will
it
this
going-
ball go out?
Yeah.
But it was never, I don't think it was ever going out, was it, Josh?
No, you'll see it here. This is actually hip height. This is dipping. Bit of indecision. Well, Ben Shelton, that's a good save, really. 3 break points.
That's an enormous save,
Three, get
considering
it.
what was happening there, unforced errors. So he was probably rattled a little bit. Then the crowd got involved, and then he silenced them with 226. Pulled out the bazooka and said,
First serve points won. It's impressive serving from Shelton, 22 of 29 when the first serve goes in.
So for Popyrin, it's a simple equation: stay ahead,
80-love.
get those first early points, find your first serve, because you're getting good. He would feel that he's winning the majority of those, and then see what comes off the racket of the American.
Let. First service.
Well, he had 7 unforced errors, Shelton, in the first set. He's in set number 2, he's at 9. And we're halfway through it. So things have changed for him on his side of the court.
It's a clean service game. He holds it alive. Alexei Popyrin, Crowder into it. Leads 4-3 second set.
Fault.
It's a bit of a hurdle right now, isn't it? It's at the moment he's in an interesting space, Ben Shelton, because he's lost his way. Making a lot of unforced errors. There's a double fault there, getting himself behind the count.
Fault.
I'm going to find out a bit about him, and I guess he's finding out a little bit about himself in an environment like this. Is that youth? Is that just youth? Like, you know, with it, because that 193, and then he's hit that fighter up the line here. Have a look at this. 151, Josh.
I mean, you miss that. You're down love 30. All sorts of pressure.
Yeah.
Again.
Out.
14-15.
Fault. Out.
Game, Shelton.
Well, pretty comfortable service game. 4-all.
4 against home.
So it hasn't been the prettiest tennis in the last 3 or 4 games, but it's created some theatre, hasn't it?
Let. First service.
Everyone loves a catch.
Fault. Out.
8-11.
Fault.
Love. What? 14 love.
Certainly giving the crowd something to cheer about. Alexei Popyrin as he moves ahead, 5-4. Second set, first set, Shelton.
50-love.
He's done a good job of just taking any rhythm out of this match. He's
30-love.
been prepared to come forward, finish at the net. He's drop shotted a lot, and the average rally length just 2.7 shots per rally all match. So that's unders. Average is around 4 shots per point.
40-love.
Fold. Out.
40-15.
That's great hitting from Ben Shelton, really controlling the rallies. 5-all.
5-all.
Pretty important stage of the match here for Popyrin.
It is.
It's a set you probably feel he must win.
Yeah, and staying ahead is important because it just everything sort of gets magnified, and especially with the noise that's going to be in here. And it's interesting, Josh, we've been here for some of the Nick Kyrgios matches, but this has been, this is big. Yeah. This is maybe bigger. It's a different energy. It's you know, it's felt like the noise is there, isn't it? I mean, that noise when Alexei entered the room. But a good service game. He's served well at the right moments here. 73% for this set.
Another love service going for Popyrin. The crowd are up and about. Why wouldn't they be? Because this man is giving them plenty to cheer about. He leads 6-5, second set.
Out.
50-love. 30 love.
Out.
30-15. Let. First service.
Well, it's just the service game you want at the stage of the game.
40-15. Game, Shelton.
So we're going to a tie-break. Dean Goldfine, coach of
6 games all. Tie-break.
Shelton, just giving him some tips and having a quick chat.
Well, it's a massive tiebreak, isn't it, for the American, because you get this one, you're 2 sets in the can. It's very hard to see the comeback.
Oh, it's so hard to win 3 consecutive sets in men's tennis. It's really difficult to do, especially against a man who serves as well as Shelton. So this feels like a must-win set, must-win tie-break for Popyrin. And that'll help.
Popyrin.
And it is about the serve, isn't it? In the tiebreak, these 2 guys, big serves.
Shelton, he's won 4 tiebreaks this season and yet to drop a tiebreak, in fact. Popyrin, he's won 6 and lost 4. He would just hit that left hand heavy into the backhand side. But he is attacking into the forehand, the weapon of Popyrin.
And he goes big. It's not, you know, it's the 1-all. It's the moment he just goes big.
Out.
3-1. Shelton.
That's a double mini break.
4-1. Shelton.
hard to see where the comeback's coming from here.
Fold.
Because of this serve. I feel like he's going to get at least one, if not two of these points.
That'll help.
Shelton.
You shouldn't say much when you commentate, should you? Just keep it simple, because that was 199. It was a pretty tough serve, and Alexei probably hit his best return for the match so far.
Well, it's given him a chance. That's what it's done. Crowd want more from their man.
Shelton.
He wanted it. He was celebrating it.
He was trying to silence the out call. He was thought if I come over the top,
Shelton.
no one will hear it. Good effort. Get those 2 points. Just keep things tight. Sets on the American's racket, but
5-4. Shelton.
you played your part, which is really important. Well done.
Executed. That's 5 now. 5 drop shots, all with 100% strike rate. That's hard to execute that well.
And he gets them there quick, so they're not ones that sit up and lob and land. He plays them quite sharply there. He just figures that if I get it there quicker,
please,
it'll bounce twice anyway.
All right, set point.
Please.
For Ben Shelton. He takes a 2-sets-to-love lead here on Cain Arena. 6-3, 7-6.
Shelton leads.
Out.
15-11.
That is, it's classy.
It is, but it's a great tactical play that they've definitely done.
Oh yeah, that was homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Once Alexei gets into that defensive position, because the ball's not, he hasn't hit a ball that's been penetrating enough, he naturally, because he's a bigger, tall athlete, he wants time. He needs a bit of time to maneuver himself, so he retreats. So that option's there most times.
But it's still hard to execute it as well.
Absolutely.
First game, third set.
I don't think he should feel. Shouldn't be physically tired.
No, but you know, emotionally, like you. Oh wow, that was pretty intense. On 2 sets down now.
And Roger, I'm not sure he would have played many players where he would feel this much on the back foot in terms of having to absorb firepower. Normally, he does that to his opponents.
You know, I watched him in Adelaide, and you did as well, and he was up a break against the Nasi Kokonakis, who's got big game.
Oh, yeah.
But he was able to absorb the Nasi's game as well and get himself back in the game. But here he hasn't been able to really absorb the game of Shelton when it's been.
And I know I've said it a few times, but I think it's the left-handedness of Shelton, the awkwardness, different ball flight. So he needs a couple of first serves right about here, Roger.
So can you see that serve, Josh? 204, right in the slot for Shelton. Didn't have to move, just had to lean on the ball. So there's my point. So big improvements can be made if they spend a lot of time honing in location on serve. 204 should not be hit back that easily.
Attention to detail. It's the small things, isn't it?
Yeah. I know that Mrs. Zverev went through that as well when he first came on the tour. Couldn't hit his spots on his first serve at all. Now it's a weapon.
About a second serve.
I'd almost say, you know, really like Alexei to serve the 185 ball.
Yeah.
That's got a little bit of shape and movement to it. Worst case, he gets off pace return and then he can actually use his forehand.
Would have been a difficult one if that just lobs on over with that awkwardness of spin.
Yes.
So he got out of that. That was 210 again, straight to the racket of the American. Yep, that's worth it. Ooh, isn't it?
What? Advantage, Popyrin.
Xavier Malisse there, looking on, a little anxious. That is a great hold, an important hold. One all, third set.
Game on. Love.
such firepower. Big, flat ball striking, and Popyrin having to defend.
Yeah, there haven't been too many through the rally where Shelton's been doing all the heavy. Ball. Hasn't been doing any heavy defensive work, has he?
No, he doesn't mind the pace. He's redirecting it with ease.
Game, Shelton.
So Shelton holds to love. He's up 2 sets to love and leads 2-1 in the third. Roger, we've seen some emerging talent, haven't we? We've seen Sebastian Korda, Jensen Brooksby, Mackenzie McDonald, a lot of these American players, Tommy Paul, and it's fair to say this guy has probably the most firepower.
Yeah, I think there's the most upside for sure.
30-11.
Got a little bit of swagger too, which I like, Josh. Yeah, it's got a bit of front. You need a bit of it. That's all good.
14-11.
And this is a great time for Popyrin as well, because we get, you get to find out a little bit more about yourself. How am I managing this situation? He'll learn some things here right now.
He's not going away without a fight, that's for sure.
Can you stay, Josh, in the moment and just look after the game that you've got to look after, and just stay in the competition, and then you never know what might happen.
2 games on.
So your job's to stay alive and stay present. Keep yourself on the court. Forget the other sets. You can't do anything about those, but I'm in the game right here. And what can I make of this part of the... You just don't know what happens in a game of tennis, do we? We're not against the time clock.
15-11.
We're not told we've got 2 hours to play. Let's see who's ahead at the end of the 2 hours. Maybe that's something you could do.
Could do it in doubles, trial it.
Yeah.
He's proactive with the footwork. I like that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ticks near his name at the moment, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of box ticking.
Let. First sets. Please. 40-15.
Another comfortable service game for Shelton.
That's a good speed serve, the 190. I like it. Should be a range. That should be a range that. Didn't even get to see the ball there. There was no ball.
Any mistake here, Roger, it's fatal, really, isn't it, for Popyrin? He cannot afford any slip up. Down 2 sets to love. He's doing a good job, the Australian. Well, yeah, he's doing a good job of what he can control, and that's his own serve.
Yeah.
That's a great service game, isn't it? Holds to love, and he just trying to give this crowd something to cheer about. 3-all.
3 games all.
Oh, he's good numbers early. First 3 service games. So he's now at 86% first serves in. Shelton hasn't dropped a point. Only 1 point on one of the second serves. 1 or 2 that he's lost this set. And only the 2 unforced errors. And Josh, if you remember, it was 7 at this stage. Halfway through.
That's right. Wow, that's quick serving from Shelton. 4-3.
Popyrin having a good patch of tennis here. He himself was Only lost 4 points on serve, serving as just as well as his opponent at 87% in the first off the first ball.
Out.
13-15.
Out.
14-15.
208, but nice shape on that serve.
Foul.
Incredible firepower, absolutely incredible. Oh, bit of luck. That won't hurt.
Popyrin.
4-all.
And they don't go too far, do they, when they hit the tape? They,
Oh, we've seen a lot of deadlift courts
yeah,
here.
they just bounce over.
Cain.
As soon as if you're good enough, as soon as you see it hit the tape, you got to put on your Usain Bolt boots on and get after it. Here we go, back end of the set, part we love the most. And that's why we love it, because you could be cruising and then all of a sudden one error like that can change the feel. That's a good smart serve, went for it.
That's right, it was
Off pace, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's 30 kilometres slower than what we know he can serve. 40 kilometres.
40 kilometres.
Yeah, with nice shape.
Foul.
Come on! 13-15.
Oh, wow. That was an extraordinary shot from there.
You know, we know Rafa's got an unreal forehand down the line, but this young man, Ben Shelton, has certainly been watching some Rafa videos over the last decade, I suspect, because his is pretty impressive as well.
Well, it's just showing us why he's going to be, well, he's dangerous now, but going to be in the future.
Game.
Yep.
Shelton.
That's nice serving, isn't it? 185, slider down the tee. He's just one game away. 2 sets to love, 5-4.
Games
Third
to
set.
4.
Out.
The first point so big
15 love.
on the serve.
Foul. Out.
15 all.
Here we go. Can you find your weapon when it matters the most? Right now, this is a big moment for the young man.
Oh no, just got a little tangled up.
15-13.
Did everything right, Josh. Found the big serve, got his forehand, used it, had court position. That was unfortunate. Does it cost him?
Fault.
Well, that's a shame for Popyrin.
15-14.
As that gifts Ben Shelton 2 match points. Crowd want more. Disappointment for Popyrin, but it's jubilation for Ben Shelton.
6-3, 7-6.
And that is a convincing win for Ben Shelton. He is a man on the up and into the 4th round here at the Australian Open.